Today I'm going to show you how I shot and edited this photo in Photoshop. Last week I posted this photo on my Instagram account and I got a lot of requests to show how I actually shot and edited the car. I'm going to show you how I shot it quickly, but before we start, I'd like to introduce the car. This is the car that I shot. It's a toy car by Auto Art. It's a 1/18 die-cast model, as they call it. I did some research over the internet and I wanted to know which brand really stood out in terms of design details and price, and I settled on Auto Art. If you'd like to see the range of cars that they have on their website, I've left a link to their website at the description below. Now that you know the secret, let me show you how I actually shot this. Here's the photo of the setup, and as you can see, I use Profoto B1 for my automotive photography, and in this case I've used a 4x1 softbox modifier just to soften the surface of the car and make it a bit more realistic, just to hide the unrealistic details of the car. The position of the strobe will allow the light to spill to the other side of the car. So I had it a bit angled from top above to on the car itself. And that allowed some details from the other end of the car to show. I then shot another one without the softbox, simply to cast a harsh shadow. And that will allow me later on just to copy that shadow and comp it in the image. All right, let's jump to Photoshop and let me show you the file and what I've actually done. All right, so we are now in Photoshop, and this is the original photo of the car. And as you can see, the light, the one and only light source was here, coming down from this direction. And as you can see, the light spilled over to the other side, allowing some details to show. And this is the background image that I used, and I added a yellow line there. And let me just enable all the car layers, and let me explain to you what I've done here. So I've added two shadows, and it's very important. Shadows plays a big role in making this photo as real as possible. So the first shadow is really the ambient shadow. And then I added the casted shadow that we spoke about earlier and added some brightness, actually removed some brightness, adjusted it, as you can see, and darkened the right side of the car. And I added a fog, bit of a smoke, and I applied a mask just to remove it from the top of the car. Adjusted the fog's hue and saturation, and the curves and the levels as well. That's the brake lights or the back lights of the car, really. Oh yeah, and I added a bit of a color cast at the back of the car, a red color cast, just to make it look like it was real. And of course I added the headlights using these, what I've used is basically curves, and darkened the right side of the entire image. And finally, I color graded it with just subtle curves adjustments. And of course, the layer was set to color. And that's it. I know that was quick. What I can do next time is actually do a speed edit of the work so you would understand how I actually came up with this result. Thank you for watching.